Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Wednesday. It is 8 p.m. That means one thing. That's 3 men and a vape show. Well, when it means one thing on a Wednesday at 8 p.m., it sometimes can be 3 men and a vape show. You are joined by us. It could
also be a fat man and a curry.
But, it could be a fat man and a curry. have you had a curry today?
No. Not had a proper curry for a while.
Can't beat a good curry for a good old flush out.
Oh, tell me about it. My diabetes loves a good curry. United Utilities might complain a little bit, but still.
See, what is it? Danger to shipping when it goes out into... It's like a Canadian logging camp.
Mate, I get the brown alert and within 20 minutes I've got United Utilities round at my doorstep.
It's fucking rats surfing. Why have we started off on that? It's the right start off of the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for everybody who has joined us week in, week out when we're actually
And now we know who to blame for all the sewerage in the actual rivers now, don't we?
Yeah.
It's actually you that's doing the overflow.
Hey, no, I'm giving the rats somewhere to live.
And something to eat. You can imagine Burnley Council going, right now we've got the bastard. We've got him. It has been, is it 2 weeks we've had off?
2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
I have been absolutely ill as anything. The whole family has. It's been absolutely horrible. Which, to be honest with you, that's my first sort of like illness I've had since about October, really. But yeah, not good at all. Mr. B, how have you been?
Nosy, getting things by, getting things moving. You know, do me old Del Boy thing.
How's the come fly with me, let's fly away. Going.
What? Me singing career is going wonderful. Sexual white chocolate, you know what I mean?
Sexual white chocolate.
Sexual white.
It's more like sexual Michelin, or probably something to do with marshmallows. We'll work that one out. We'll get a name in there. So if you can think of a good singing name for me, something like sexual marshmallows.
Stick it in the on the replay in the comments for next week.
We'll see if we can come up with a decent name for me, within reason. I know what these are going to come with. Peanut. We'll go with Peanut. Yeah, I know what they'll come with. But yeah, no, it's moving. Obviously, these things take time. They take a lot of time to get moving. They take a lot of patience, a lot of marketing. And it's just one of those things. It just takes time. But I have all the time in the world.
We have
keep
all
the
time in the world.
Well, to 3 men in a karaoke.
It is this week. Hey, you're going to get it all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be doing our Rochford Project giveaway a little bit later on, so hold on to your pants. And remember, 15% off if you use 3 men a vape. Marky Poos, how are you? It's been 2 weeks.
All right. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you very much.
How's work been?
Work. You know, you go there, you come home.
And then go back again?
SDD. I spend way too long there than I do at home. But...
I thought you just admitted you got some sort of disease.
I'm going to say I zoned out then. Did you say he's got an STD?
No, I said SSDD.
It sounded like you said STD, if I'm honest with you there, but I thought shit.
Yeah, same shit, different day.
I thought we had to get him the chlamydia nurse involved then.
No, I'm fine. I do not need a swab.
He did have AIDS once, but got rid of it with Lucasade because it aids recovery. I'm here all week to try the smegma.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Well,
you can tell what type of show it's going to be, people. Big shout out as well, Stuart Valentine. He will be on that plane very, very soon. We are on the countdown for him coming over here to the UK.
Yeah, when's he coming over?
He comes, I think is it the 10th of April or the 9th?
More importantly, why would he want to?
He's coming over he's coming to see us. He's coming to stay here, and we're going to be going to the expo as well, so it's going to be fun.
Has he committed a crime that he needs to be punished for? Or?
No, that's why he got sent to Australia.
Oh, good point, yeah. I thought it was a reverse scenario, you know.
That'd be a proper shitter, that, wouldn't it? Right, you're now going to come to the UK.
Your ancestors brought you here, now you're fucked up, we're sending you back.
Yeah, you're on your way, We will be doing your hand checks a little bit later on in all your deals, but I tell you what, we are going to talk about the people on the replay, and as Marky knows, there's quite a long one in there, isn't there?
There is a long one.
People on the replay.
I'm so sorry, you know I've got to press it again because I like
People on the replay.
People on the replay.
I reckon you've got that as a ringtone, haven't you?
Do you know what? I found the thingy, and I obviously had to do the voice for me. I had to do that voice, which was good.
Do you go up to Lou, slap her arse, and then play that? Because if you don't, you should.
I'll tell you, if I did that and go, can I have a replay? We'd have to go back to probably about 94. I'm glad she didn't watch.
Right, are we ready?
We're ready.
Shall I do this marathon?
Story time is so long. We'll just grab a coffee when you've got time, trust me.
How many?
And here we are. We've got a picture from Margaret. She's 3 years old from Burnley.
Right, we've got from Iceman 40CA. Damn. Sounds like the UK is doing what Canada did 2 years back. Still cheaper than smoking here in Canada. So that was regarding, obviously, the price increase that's going to happen in 2026. We've got JA9320. 9320. It's a syntax, which is already wrong. It's a syntax for something healthier and alternative, which we totally agree. We've got Jason Stevens says, a tax at source, then VAT 20% on top of price, including Nick, so will cost even more. Then we've got Aiden Vet 2830. It goes, hi guys, I sent a long comment, episodes 169. Could you check it out and read it next week? Thanks. Well, that was a fortnight ago, so we do apologise, Aiden, but we'll do it now. I'll do it now. Right, Aiden says, have you got your cup of coffee and
Yes,
all that?
my cup of coffee's here.
Cup of coffee. You got your biscuits, got your Johnny Dodgers and your bourbons ready. Hi guys, when I first heard the rumours regarding a flavour ban and worse still, a complete ban on vaping, I was horrified. A little about my vaping experience so far. I've been vaping now for nearly 5 years and I'm happy to stick to small pod vaping, not keen on chucking out clouds. I've never vaped on the throwaway of always. I've never been. I do apologise. I'm currently using the UL Caliburn 3A, and it's plenty good enough for my needs. I started off with 18 nic strength, and now I'm happy to say I don't use nicotine at all for short fills. So that's my vaping experience today. So with the news of the possible flavour ban, I decided to do some research on long-term storage, stockpiling, and one article was pros and cons of freezing your e-liquid. I was shocked to learn that VG and especially PG will not freeze in a domestic fridge. The average temperature of a domestic freezer is minus 18. PG especially would need a temperature of minus 38 and VG a little less to freeze than that. I have decided I'm going to transfer. I've decided I'm going to transfer all my long-term liquids into 200ml brown
paper bags. Pharmaceutical glass bottles, spelt with an F. Just thought I'd mention that. And store them in a drawer in a cool place. I'm hoping it will last for at least 3 years, fingers crossed. Also, nearly forgot to mention to shake your bottles once a week. Love to know your take on the long-term storage.
I've got to admit, look, I appreciate the time it takes to write all that. That's a dedicated comment, and from a fan's point of view, we really, really appreciate it. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, totally agree.
That did take time to do it. But I must have read that faster than you could read it. Because I didn't think it was that long. To be honest with you, I actually didn't know you couldn't freeze VG and PG. Mark, you'll probably know a bit more of this. That my problem used to be.
No,
he's correct. You can freeze it, but...
I would say technically you can, but it has to be...
Technically, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, you're talking minus a lot of degrees.
I know nicotine, you can freeze that, but it doesn't actually freeze. It just turns very, very thick.
Yeah.
anything, get anything cold enough, it will eventually freeze. But there's
There's
no
freezing,
point in it.
freezing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the obviously, what is the rough time that VG and PG lasts? How long does it last? Is it
No,
about?
I'll be genuinely honest with you. I don't know. Legion X would probably
Right.
be able to tell you better than I could.
How long
I
does
have a
VG
feeling-
and PG last?
I've got a feeling on this, and it's a long time ago since I did this, but I'm sure I read something that in liquids, it's not the PG and VG that spoil as much, it's more the flavours because of the ingredients in the flavours. But I seem to remember something about that. I could be fucking complete bollocks. I don't know, but it's something I remember about.
Well, Net Reality's in as well. Shelf life's 2 years,
2 years
for PG, 6 years for
6 years
VG.
I know nicotine starts degrading after 2 years.
Gary says it. Could you repeat that? My headset died.
No. We love you, dude. Thank you for the comment, but I'm not repeating. No.
No.
Doubt.
Was there any more comments, Matt?
No, that's it. That's all the comments.
Oh, bloody hell. Well,
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
To be fair, we don't really have much time for more.
Oh, Aidan, I thought that were brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thanks for taking the time out. And again, if you
Yeah.
if you want to leave us a comment for next week to read out, please leave it down below.
Yeah, but treat it like a Twitter feed. You know what I mean? 280 characters.
As you've seen, the truth.
I was just going to say this
Sorry.
before we go any further. At least your blooming comments are staying on. My comments keep on getting automatically turned off all the
Please.
time. I'm having a right problem at the moment. And I'm not the only one.
Before we get into
not
the
the only
YouTube conspiracy theories, I want to say a massive thank you to Rockford Project. Because I was going to do this last week, but obviously you were being a girl and being ill. But I decided that I'm going to do it now because we're online. Rotary Project, out of nowhere, out of the blue, for no reason whatsoever, not to review
there is a
or anything
reason.
like
It's
that.
because it's your care package, because you're part of the show.
Yeah, but he just sent it for no reason. That's how I felt, and don't ruin it like that. I've been really happy with him for the last 2 weeks, and you're telling me now that he's done it purely because he feels obliged to.
No. See, Jay's not like
there you go
that.
then. Yeah, no,
Jay's not
exactly.
like
It was a lovely gesture, and it came just at the perfect point because I was just about to order some more juice, and it came as a package, and I thought, oh, what a superstar! I mean, I love people
He's
like that.
lovely,
who
Jay.
He's lovely,
genuinely generous. Yeah, that's right.
I've not
I
been
love
able to
people
taste
like that.
anything for the last 3 weeks, so it's no good for me. Right then, as you've seen the title of the show, Truth and Lies, as you've seen on the thumbnail. Obviously, there was
Yeah, even we don't have a clue what this is about.
Yeah, there's no drama. There was a program out on the BBC, wasn't it, which was the Jordan North, The Truth About Vaping, which
Oh,
was
God, no.
most of it was an app. Did any of you two watch it?
I don't watch shit like that because it's always going to be some smear bullshit.
What Mark watched it?
I watched it and I was shouting at the telly like my dad used to do with the football.
There you go. Knew it. Absolutely.
I really did. It was extremely biased. It was extremely non-factual. And it was basically... There were, don't get me wrong, there were points that he was making that were right. But when it came to the side of the actual vaping and what vaping does to your body and things like that, it was just totally lack of proper scientific information there. Completely lack.
That's the BBC for you. People who are paragons of, keeping everything down the middle. Who don't.
It was just totally, again, nothing of substance. And we've had this. We spoke about it plenty of times on different shows. Of the fact we've had it for years and years where we've never had it where people come out with the truth about vaping. It's always got a sidewinder to it.
Yeah. I mean, they had young kids, I would say they were young kids, they were sort of like 18, 19, they must have been at that kind of age, saying vaping and, oh God, how bad vaping's, I'm addicted to it all now and all this, and it's sort of like, whoa. And the guy, the lad Jordan, he's a dual user.
Yeah.
And then they've got him on a bloody treadmill saying that how his lung capacity isn't great. Well,
Because he's smoking cigarettes, clearly.
yeah.
not
You
freaking
so like,
obvious.
well, that's not scientific at all. The only good bit about it was the actual importation of illegal vaping products, obviously disposables. The lack of support by the training standards and how underfunded and how undermanned they are. Also, that was another interesting bit was the fine side of it. How by the time it actually gets to court, they just get rid of it.
Yeah, they're not bothered about it.
Yeah, by the time they've actually, for the hassle it takes to actually get a fine to a company, it's not worth it. So it's just that actually, if you read in between the lines of that actual documentary, it proves exactly what we've all been saying for so long, that it's not the vaping industry's fault that we're having youth vaping. It's actually the government's trading standards and obviously the Crown Court's problem.
The problem is with the BBC, you know exactly what's happened. Rishi Sunak has gone to the BBC, to the general or whatever he's called. What is it? The Surgeon General or some shit? What do they call it? The head of BBC, whatever it is, and said, "Look, we're doing this syntax on vaping. We need you to put a show together to show how bad vaping is and why we need the tax." It's exactly what's happened. BBC have been the government's lapdog for as long as the BBC's been around.
Oh, God, yeah, of course they are.
But, again, they came out with another... This is what I'm saying, the truth and the lies. They came out with another...
Director General, that's it.
The Director General. The free vapes could save thousands of lives, which is a report. Again, this is on the BBC, so they did that documentary, then they put out thousands of lives. They were saying that... Excuse me, I've still got the... handing out free vapes to smokers in A&E departments could save thousands of lives. A new study has
that
found.
was in The Guardian, wasn't it, as well?
Academics from the University of East Anglia, based in Norwich, conducted a trial in 6 of the UK emergency departments between January and August 2022. The trial saw hundreds of daily smokers given e-cigarette starter kits and offered advice with smoking habits assessed 6 months later. The university said the approach could result in more than 22,000 extra people quitting smoking each year. They were saying about the tax. So Dr. Ian Pope from the Norwich Medical School said swapping to e-cigarettes could save thousands of lives. That's a doctor that hasn't been paid off.
Yeah.
Who hasn't been...
The problem is, irrespective of all this information that's coming out, that's so mixed information, Richard Sunak's got a bee in his bonnet. He wants the UK to go smoke-free, and that he wants that to be his legacy. So obviously, when he gets booted out, he will have that legacy. Well, at least I helped to get you the UK to stop smoking, and that's all he's bothered about. He's not bothered about the ins and outs and the ifs and whys and whats. All he's bothered about is the stopping smoking.
The problem is with people like Sunak, and I know this is very political, and we're not a political channel, but the problem with people like that is when they get a bit of power and they can control others, they truly believe the best thing for them is to live like he does. They believe, I'm smoke-free, I'm alcohol-free, therefore you should live the same way because it's better. You will see. And that's how it's how it always works.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you wait until Labour gets in.
Yeah.
Because Labour's even worse. Did you know that Wes, I forget his last name, his name's Wes, he's the Shadow Health Secretary, and he wants it to be like Australia. So that if you want to vape, you've got to get a prescription.
But,
Just thought I'd let everyone know that one.
Voting on the next general election is going to be one of the hardest decisions our country has to make. And I'll tell you for why. You've got a choice between a dickhead and a bigger dickhead. And there's just no other choice. And that's why fuck it, I'm not voting.
I tell you one thing. I think the majority of people in here will know that obviously Conservatives aren't going to get in. It's going to be Labour. And I tell you now, you think it's bad now with the 2026. You wait till Labour gets in. We are buggered.
Just before we go back onto the other point we're going to make, we're not quite sure what's happening. You've got to think there's a lot of things that Labour are saying that a lot of people don't like. So you might end up getting a parliament like we did when Cameron came in, where you've got the Lib Dems and Conservatives. So
it could be.
So you've got all that's got to be seen when they come in. So we can't really do much about that until we know what we're dealing with, and then obviously we can deal with
Wes
that.
is actually tweeting this.
Yeah.
He's actually, as a Labour shadow health secretary, he's actually tweeting this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How he wants to go down the Australian route in the UK.
I have never in my life felt so against voting than I do right now.
But you've got to think as well, Mark, though. He might not actually be the health secretary when you get in.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
You've got to think how many times they change the cabinet. Once they get in there, they have a massive, great big reshuffle.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. But obviously, if that's already there in the mindset of the actual Labour Party, it doesn't matter who ends up being the shadow or actually be the health secretary. If they've already got that mandate in their head that that's how they're going to do it.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, but again, we can't do anything or look at how if Labour did get in until we know actually who's in there. If you go back from when Rishi Sunak took over, Boris Johnson and that side of it was not even looking at putting this tax in.
Oh no!
And that happened within literally a month. It changed, or 2 months. So we wasn't even looking at this before. So again, if a new government come in, even if he's tweeting whatever he wants to do,
I totally agree with you, Aidan. I mean, everything that we do until actually it's written down on paper is all speculation.
And again, with the 2026 tax, that might not come to fruition either. We've got quite a little while to get that all sorted. It might not come in.
I bet he does.
But it's like we were saying. Quite a few years ago, we've been saying it, that the UK have sat on their laurels.
Yeah. What we needed is when we were coming out of Europe, obviously we had the TPD and the TP thingy R. I always get them the letters mixed up. We should have had something that was redone by us. But obviously with everything with COVID and everything, it was sort of like put on a back burner. It was always going to be we're happening next month.
Instead of leaving it alone, I always say that they should separate it. They should separate vaping from smoking.
Yeah.
It should be its own entity, but they're not. They're bungling it all together.
That's the vaping industry's fault, though.
Why is it?
It's the vaping industry's fault because the very first thing they called their products was an e-cigarette. It's the very first thing they called it, and it should never have been called that. That's the worst marketing strategy because eventually it was always going to happen that the layman, the person who doesn't really understand vaping, is just going to amalgamate the two because it's called an e-cigarette.
That wasn't how it was set out. It was actually how because it had nicotine, it was the government that actually, it wasn't the people. You could have called it the sucky stick. But because it had nicotine in it,
better than e-cigarette.
Yeah, but but just because the name of it was the government who actually put it in there. It was the same as IQOS. IQOS came out as novelty tobacco. That's how they got around it.
Yeah, but the e-cigarette originally, when it was invented back in China, was an alternative to a cigarette. That's what it is. It's an electronic cigarette.
Yeah.
Well, by calling it a cigarette, you're automatically putting them in the same category as cigarettes. Automatically.
Again, but
you can see why
I totally agree with you. I've always said that.
Again, it's just the government put it. But does patches and nicotine gum and sprays come under cigarettes?
No, they come under pharmaceutical.
I guarantee there would have been if they'd been called cigarette patches. If they'd been called cigarette patches, they'd have been bunged in. It's just the way it is.
I mean, that always makes me...
I don't think it's anything to do with the name.
Do you know what makes me chuckle? And it always has done. Right. They want to try and start restricting our flavours on vaping, but you can buy nicotine gum, different flavours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're totally right, Pugs. Pugs were saying, obviously, when they did come out, they did look like cigarettes, didn't they?
They didn't have to, though. They didn't have to.
Yeah, they did look like cigarettes.
You're telling me the only design choice they had at that time was to make it look like a cigarette?
Well, because you was limited to the actual size of the battery. We've always been limited to the size of the battery.
So like
Right,
you could
but that
make it
doesn't
into
mean you have
like
to make
a
it look
shape
like
of
a
a
cigarette.
Rubik's
Right.
cube. I couldn't even say that then. I've not even had a beer.
A Rubik's cube.
A Rubik's cube.
So the whole idea of an e-cigarette originally, the original e-cigarette was to smoke. So you felt like you were still having a cigarette.
Right.
That was the whole purpose of it.
But nicotine patches serve the same purpose.
No, they
Why
don't.
weren't they?
No, they don't.
Oh, so you're talking about the habit of smoking rather than the actual addiction.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously you've got your mum, your dad, and they've been a constant smoker for the last 40 years. How are you going to transfer them over to e-cigarette? You make it exactly the same as looking as your Super King. And that's what you try to do.
No, and I get that. I understand that. I understand why they did it. I'm saying they shouldn't have done it. Because it gives people like the government now, and like anti-vapers have been doing for the last decade, of saying it's exactly the same as smoking.
You've got to
Because it's
think
called
that
an
the
e-cigarette.
first e-cigarette that was ever made was in 1964.
Right?
Actually, an
But
American
don't
got
give a
the
shit
patent
about
for it,
that.
hasn't it?
And as well as for somebody who's thinking in their head, I want to stop somebody smoking, is like how Mark was saying. He wasn't
Again,
thinking in
I
his.
understand
he wasn't
why they've done it.
He wasn't thinking in his head. Hold on a minute. What I'm going to do is make sure the government don't think, oh, it's a cigarette and put it into the actual same grouping as cigarettes. He wasn't thinking that at the time. To him, it was an electronic cigarette to stop people from smoking.
You're mixing my messages up. I understand why they did it, and I get the reasons why they did it. They just shouldn't have. They could have called it anything. Nicotine replacement inhaler.
No, I still agree with Mark. It's a penis.
Yes.
He's a penis. I say it
A
sold
personal electronic nicotine inhaling system.
Yeah, there you go. Could have called it that. It would have sold more, especially in Las Vegas.
I agree with you totally. Well, we're all agreeing on the actual same thing.
I reckon that
What I would like to add is after sort of roughly round about what? Maybe 2011, 2012, they should have redirected that marketing to call it something else.
Yes, that's what I'm on about.
Yeah.
Thing is that I truly agree with that penis. Can you imagine the government stand up saying, right, we're putting a tax on penis? Never going to happen.
To be honest with you, I don't think whatever you called it, it would you could have called it, I don't know, the sticky wicky waka woo woo. I still think the government. I don't think it's what it's called. I think it's what it's about. I still feel that they would have put it in.
But they've made it easier for them. But it's made it easier for them by being able to lump them into the same category as cigarettes.
But I don't think any difference of what it would have still been done because of it nicotine and what it is. It's like trying to hide it. You know what I mean? You could hide it behind any name that you want to, but they're still going to bring it into that fold.
It's not hiding it because a cigarette is a small cigar. That's the name. That's what the name means. It's a small cigar. Vaping is not a small cigar.
No,
so it's not. So technically, calling it a cigarette or an e-cigarette is.
I'm not saying that with the name. What I'm saying to you is, you could call it anything. It's actually what it does.
We love a good argument on 3 minutes.
Yeah, but it's actually what it does. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's still a replacement for a cigarette.
But do you not understand, by calling it something like e-cigarette makes it easier for people who are against vaping to.
But what is it? Is it a replacement? Is it a replacement for
it's a nicotine replacement therapy. Always has been.
Right, so the government is still looking at it that way, whether, like I said, whatever you called it.
But what I'm saying is, regardless of that, by calling it an e-cigarette, you're putting it into the same category as a cigarette, which automatically makes people who already don't like vaping or don't understand what vaping is think it's as bad as a cigarette.
Right.
Well, saying that, they don't really call them e-cigarettes anymore, do they?
E-cigs.
Or vapes.
Disposable e-cigs.
They're actually, I think the official title for them is ENDS.
ENDS?
I could be wrong. ENDS. Yeah.
The official title for me is a fat bastard.
Electronic nicotine delivery system. ENDS. Yeah. I think that's the official name for them.
Wouldn't that be ENDS?
ENDS.
Indeed.
electronic nicotine delivery system.
Michael Ross asks to all caster members, have any of you ever used a .aio V2? Because I'm looking at getting one for when I'm out and about around town, because I don't want to blow huge clouds every time I want to vape. That's a great idea. I hate people who go around town with ginormous cloud chuckers. It just gives us a bad name.
Yeah,
There is actually a way if
it's a
you
lot
don't
better
want
than
to,
V1.
if you can't afford to change to something like it, there is actually a better alternative to chucking clouds when you're out about. Even on a device like this, which chucks out huge clouds, just hold your breath. Watch.
Yeah. I think we've all gathered that after 14 years of vaping.
Exactly. It's not as bad.
I'm on about the ones who don't do that.
I'm just saying, save yourself like 80 quid or whatever it costs. Just hold your breath.
So, what else I was about to say? Yeah, Pug's in there. I don't agree. The fact that you are inhaling something containing nicotine is why it is lumped with tobacco. It's the same action.
Yeah.
Or
So then wouldn't that be the same
groups,
thing
the government
for-
and big farmers can't tell difference between smoke, which is produced of burning, products of burning, and vapor, which is the product of heating. It's true.
If you inhale,
Do
if you have a product that you inhale,
out of all of them saying everything that they do for years, and I mean absolute years, I've had a doctor saying, "Oh, you need to pack in smoking. You need to pack in smoking. But smoking's bad for you. You need to pack in smoking." And we had it. I can remember us being a kid, and there used to be tar and all this like at school and things like that. Never worried me. I still smoked, and that was my doing. But now we found an alternative that's a lot healthier. We're not saying it's safe or anything like that. It's a lot healthier. I mean, the actual the body of the UK has turned around and said it's 95 to 97% safer than using a cigarette, and the buggers are still not bloody happy.
No.
Yeah,
No, you know
I think
why
that's
they're not
really
happy?
just gets my go. Okay, yeah, it's not perfect. No, nothing is perfect. But you've got, I mean, how many people do you see smoking nowadays? You don't see many people smoking now. You see more people vaping. So what they're complaining about? Oh, why?
Money. What's it? It's all to do with the cash.
It's all to do with money.
I'll tell you what, let's see what other people are actually vaping on. Let's do the hand checks.
Yay!
It's that time, people. It's hand check time.
I'm not being funny, Mr. B. That didn't sound good, that. I need my other hand now. I'm making a lips move.
If you want to go down that route, then I'm not going to stop you.
Spit the dog.
That's what the dog said.
Wrong route.
Could you undisable sharing, please?
Oh, sugar, I forgot to tell you about that. Sorry, my friend.
Hip hop juice, fist bump. Long time no see.
Hip hop. There you go, bro.
Thank you.
That's totally right, Mark. You breathe worse walking down the street.
Yeah.
You breathe worse coming out from my toilet. Here we go.
We're back on it.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the 3 Men in a Vape Facebook group. If you want to show off your mods, that's your mods, then get onto this group because every week we post this. Well, when there's a show on, we post this. And you can comment with your favourite mods. We're going to start the session with Thomas Baggett.
Wow, I ain't seen one of them in years.
Yeah, it's nice, that, isn't it?
With an EH Pro 101D.
Blooming heck. That is a retro vape.
I remember when
That's
that
a
came out.
proper throwback.
Yeah. Yeah, we both got them at the same time. We reviewed them at the same time and all. Lovely little device they are.
Yep.
I think they need to go back to them.
Nice and clean, innit? They're just clean devices. You need to put
Yeah,
some juice in
I
it.
always like the screen. Very, very simple screen. But nice and clear.
Looks like we've got a monster from Chico. The hand-built, handmade super machine. Look at that.
Ooh, and some pop that cherry.
Bit to pop that cherry. Woohoo!
Very sexual. But no, he hand makes these. If you want a custom mod, mech mod that is, get hold of Chico, or otherwise known as John the Builder.
So that's a
And he
side
will-
fire, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sci-fi with a sidebar. He's got one. It's all made out of resin, handmade to your specifications. And they are fantastic. I've got one. They're amazing. Shane Gibson, Pod Life.
Really good pods. Pure Max are really, really good. I
Very
recommend them to
cool.
anybody.
With some seriously pod filled lemon mint. I couldn't do that one. Then you got Mark Howard Evil with some amatorium and serendipity liquid. And a couple of. We've got the Hog and the Valhalla V2 with some serendipity. Mike Sweet Nirvana with the Sicilia. We'll call it syphilis. With the syphilis and the regenerist. RDA with Nets, Amatorium, Mint Cake, and
You know, some if you like, what's it called now?
syphilis.
Kendall mint cake. If you like Kendall mint cake, that
Yeah,
is
it's really nice. That.
But it's going to be a bit hard because you don't make it anymore.
I think there's still bits knocking around. I think.
Yeah, I still believe.
Net
that
reality, you're going to have to let us know if the
still has
people can
bits.
still buy them. 'Cause if they can't, they need to get over there and get some straight away.
You can go over to what's
Vape gems.
that's it, Vape Gems. Go and check that out, people, as well.
Oh no, that's the same one as before. My bad.
Deja vu.
Bad. Oh, we've got another Amatorian. We've got Graham Miller. Oh, that's a nice setup.
That is a nice setup.
He's got his black wand ready to show you with his rug.
You can't beat a bit of
Superb.
Nana. Obviously, Graham is the person who made an Amatorium. You can't beat a bit of Mana.
No, you
right.
can't. I thought you said Mama. Then I realised it was called Manna. Can't beat a bit of Mama. Robert Granny Night. Paul Griffiths with the Inakin Easy Tube, X-Slim SQ Pro, Vorpal Argos Pro with a Cure Max.
Oh, he's
I think
changed
there's a theme going off with rugs here.
Yeah,
People
it's-
like showing
Shane,
off their
they're in competition with your love.
Nah, that's as much as I like your rug, Paul. I'm smitten.
People
with,
do like to show off their carpets on this channel.
Yes, I think the theme's going off here.
And we've got Chico with another one. Looks like he's making this. Ooh, that is lovely. Ooh, this one's for Faxi. Oof.
Is that a Jewel 21700?
I would guess it is. Either that or it's a bloody big single.
Yeah, it's nice that.
That is
Very
stunning.
nice.
I'm not keen on the
That's
colours. To me, it looks like baby sick or baby diarrhea, but it's not.
Chico, I'll send you his address later on.
He's already got it.
Lizzie Cunningham has sent in this lovely little.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, is that a resin or a stab wood?
I think it's a bit of both,
I
isn't
don't
it?
like them colours.
You don't like the. Poor lass has given life savings for that, and you're knocking it. That is lovely.
That's the whole thing about vaping. It's everybody's different.
Everyone's different.
That's the great of it.
Yeah, but you give a bit of, oh yeah, love, yeah, no, nice try, it's all right. We've got Mark Howard Evil.
Now that's
His
fucking
flat
mobs all the way
cabinator.
down, isn't it? Really?
Yep.
No, I love flat cap.
Old fat cap is just shit with his designs. But
I've got the review to do on that.
yeah, the
Oh,
flat
my amalfi
cabinator.
lemon. Oh, it's blooming gorgeous. I've got that on me mod downstairs.
I've not been able to taste out, so it's just been pointless.
I still haven't got round to ordering some Legion X. Then we've got Tony Jones with some Saga Mini Mayhem. Ooh.
Still tempted
like
to
these.
get one.
Nice and clean, aren't they?
Understated,
Yeah.
the understated, and I like that in a mod. I like it when they're not too pretentious. There's the
Yeah,
word
it's
for
nice,
the day,
that.
pretentious. And then we've got Connor Smith. Off you, what are you showing us, Connor?
Oh, that
Oh,
juice
that's
is
not very
nice
nice.
as well, own boy.
Yeah,
Never tried, old boy. Never tried. it.
really are nice.
They used to be a show sponsor. That's their
Occasional
volume 2.
Prosecco
I wasn't
drinking
keen on their
vapor.
volume 1, but the volume 2 were really, really nice.
Did you ever try the elderflower?
I did all of them.
We'll say that would be definitely your cup of tea.
Yeah, I did the full range. I reviewed them all. You can check that out on my channel.
That's a nice little mod that he's got with it. The Dreamer V1.5 mech with a dead rabbit on top. Ooh.
They did a nice rhubarb on and all.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we used to
Never
sell
mind
a
your
lot
mod,
of
let's
that.
talk about your juice. Gary McShane with a stubby 21 with the last of my own strawberry cheesecake. Some Cranium mod with the Hussar Avant RTA with the Cobalt Clutch 18 and Asgard with the super good Cosmopolitan. Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking menu. Clutch with Asgard and Licious Chocolate Eclair. ZQ Ascent with Volta of 25 and Pineapple Lemon from Exceptional Vapes. And
Oh, they've got fruit line. I love the fruit line tin at the back.
Aren't you so
That's a blast from the past, isn't it?
I'm not
like
shitting
this
on
mod
everybody's
here.
mods. It's just I don't like them sort of colours. It's same as that one there. That colour, I'm not too keen on that sort of stab.
well, this
I don't
blue
mind
one or
that.
this one?
But it's that one I don't. I just don't like them.
This
colours.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be tree from an elephant's arsehole. I think. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, moving on. Speaking of elephant's arseholes, we've got Andy Curlers.
That's not very nice.
He's
That
a
is an
nice bloke. He's all
interesting
right.
mod,
I was on about this thing, to be honest. It kind of
Oh, I
looks
thought
like
you
a
called him an
play toy.
elephant arsehole then.
No, would I do that?
It's not very nice.
It's an interesting colour, that.
It is.
Purge.
Hang
you
on a
say-
minute. So you like that colour, but not the other one, even though they're practically similar?
I didn't say I liked it.
We just, ladies and gentlemen, if you want your mods to be trashed, please don't forget
But
to
I
put it
didn't
on
say I
next week.
disliked it. You're very assuming
Backtracking.
today, Mr. B.
Backtracking. Oh, look at this. Woohoo,
Now that's lovely, Ben. I like that, Ben.
Ben Martin. That is a cracking little.
Yeah, I
mod,
like that. That's really nice. That.
That
is
that
stunning.
faceplate's gorgeous,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm not sure about the condom tip on top,
Nah, I've got to admit, I'm not.
but
I wouldn't mind that too.
the rest of it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like the faceplate, I like the sides, and I like the little. Is that a DNA screen? I think it is.
Yeah.
That is spot on, is that?
That's nice, that. You wouldn't be
Finally
embarrassed
like
going out in town without in your hand.
Well, I'd have to take the condom tip off the top, but yes.
Yeah.
Somebody'd end up nicking it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
Jane
not like
and a
it.
rug.
Right, folks, we'll just give this a couple of minutes for Aiden to catch his
Whoa.
breath.
Womp,
There
womp,
we go.
womp, womp.
Let's get it on.
We need to get your guitar out for things like this. Add a bit of music to it. You know? Oh, Jane, they do love your rug. And last but not least, we've got this beauty from Liam McGregor. A fine Scottish name there, sir. I just don't have a clue what it is, though.
Yes, nice that.
Anyone got a clue what it is?
That's Bogan's, what you call it?
It's the. Is it not the? Is it Evil Dildo?
The evil dildo.
That's not an evil dildo. That's not an evil dildo.
Oh, what were it called now?
I
Nah,
cannot
brain's
remember.
gone dead.
Odin V2.
Thank you.
There we go. So there you go, folks. That is your hand checks. Thank you very much. Don't forget to send me next time, and we'll rip them apart next week. Thank you. That's it.
I wasn't ripping him apart. It's just that, you know that sort of stab one you get that greeny thing. I've never liked him. And
Yeah, but I mean, just coming out with God, that shit, don't like that.
I didn't say that. I said it looked like baby shit.
Appreciate that, Aiden.
I said it looked like baby shit, which
I
it
know,
does. It's like
I know,
that
you
green
know.
and yellow stuff.
Mr. B, did I mention anything about the limited edition Infinity Model Luna Cross Legion X Legionnaire? Read it. You're a bad blood. Well, that's what my doctor says. I'd have to agree.
Did I mention anything about limited edition?
Game on. Juice.
Luna across Legio X. I think I've seen some pictures. I can't wait to see your review on it, because the other one about virgins and things funny as hell. that were absolutely
It's
brilliant.
like a fine virgin's crack, you know.
Yeah, waves lapping up across the crotch and It was brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get over to Rochford. 15% off while 3 Men and Vape. Well, it's up to 12 o'clock tonight. Use 3 Men Vape, gets you 15% off. We will start. Wait, let me do it properly. Just before we do the, it's keyword. Rochford. I can't roll it yet.
What's the keyword? I don't like baby shit mods.
Yeah, if I could write that all out. Ladies and gentlemen, if your chance to win 2 of the wonderful flavours from Rochford, stick Rochford in now, and after we've done the deals, we will draw it, my son. Yes. It's time for Deals of the Week.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, Deals of the Week.
Deals of the Week, baby.
Which button is it?
I hope you've got nothing that looks like baby poo.
Or you've shit it.
You shit it, boy.
You've shit it if you have.
You'll get your final written warning.
I had that last week.
Still in the post.
Here we go. We're going to start off with our friends at EC1. I'm not sure if this is a deal, and I want your thoughts on this. This is the Ambitions Mod X Click Customs Kill Light AIO 60 watt. Was £109.99, now £70. However, it doesn't come with the berry tank. And I can't believe 110 quid without a berry tank even thought possible.
A lot of these don't come with burra tanks. You have your own.
But 70 quid without a berry tank? 70 quid? Could they not fit one in? You know, you can buy the AI, but you got to get the all separate. Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, but yeah, that's EC1. It's
Dr. Mark, a lot of the burra tank, they don't. A lot of these type of mods don't come with the burra tank. You put your own.
Yeah, because most people.
So what's the justification of 70 quid then?
It's well made.
Totally well made, but
the same thing as why you buy a set of Nike trainers and a different.
Yeah, but
mix.
Nike trainers don't sell you the fucking laces separately.
yeah, but they don't come with socks either, do they?
Ha! Boom! In there, brother.
But you don't buy. I don't buy trainers to get socks with them. I buy trainers to be able to use them when I get them out package.
Yeah, but if you've got no socks, you can't wear them, can you?
Well, you could.
You don't.
Well, you
but
could,
socks is a
but-
completely different.
They'd smell a
product.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, moving on. Hang on.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nope,
like
that's not the
Steve
button.
Pug says, bless you thinking that's expensive for a burra mod. Some of them are 300 and odd, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm from Burnley. If it's over 30 quid, it's expensive. Moving on.
I must admit, I'm with you.
This one is it's 15 quid off, but if you're looking for someone's like, you know what, I've been doing my little starter bit for the last 6 or so months. I want to move to the next step. Here
Yeah, but it
is
don't
the
come
deal
with
for
any
70.
liquid.
You lot
Not
can't
with
see
any
Mr. B's face. That one really. I love that face there.
You're not going to need a final written warning at this rate. The Vapor Drag E60 podded complete pod kit with the Forest Era edition. That
But
doesn't
don't
mean-
come with any liquid.
doesn't fucking need to. That's a different product, you dickhead. $24.99. So but we're going to move over to our friends at Vaping 101. Same sort of thing. Anyone looking to get off the smellies, $11.99. Perfect little treat for them.
Nice little thing to take out. You know, like if you're going shopping
Yeah.
or something like that, stealthy.
Yes, and like Mark says, it doesn't come with the liquid. But it does come with the fucking filters. Oh, not filters. What do you call them?
It comes with
Brains
the
one.
pods. It comes with the filters now.
Not the pods. The fucking things that go in the pods that burn to make the
Coils.
vapor. Coils, that's it. But it does come with those, as you would expect. They don't
did you
expect you
forget
to,
that?
here you go, there's your pod, but you can't have a fucking coil. Right, but we're going to check this out.
We've had that before as well, haven't we?
The mini beeper pod kit by Whiz Vape from Evolution Vaping, they dropped him down to a tenner. Was 50 quid. I don't know how they could justify 50 quid, but it's now a tenner.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Which have they only got the
gimmicky.
white one in, or what? What have they got?
No, they've got white one, They've got White Wave.
White
We've
Wave.
Oh, the green one. Cool.
They've got your favourite colour and Old School Black. Retro. I think that was kind of cool. It's a gimmick, yeah, but it's funny. You can take it out on the night out. You don't care about losing it. It's a tenner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
but
all
the
said
thing
and
is,
done.
though, can you still get hold of the
The
pods?
coils. Well,
Well, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it would come
it's
with
there, it
some
says there,
coils.
mini beeper, just up there on the right, mate. Mini beeper replacement pods, 3-pack by Whiz Vapor, £5.49.
Yeah, so you'll get some pods with it because it's a complete product, and you can buy extra ones as well.
Oh, that's bang on, isn't it?
Exactly. It's not like these freaking Burr tanks or Burr mods that don't come with the Burr tank.
Yeah, the leak all over.
Rip off. Fucking rip-offs.
Little
So,
bit of
yeah,
leakage.
so there you go. So there's your deal. So you've got the rip-off of the week at $69.99. You've got the e-cig one. Not the e-cig one. My brain's gone because you've completely sent me crazy. You've got this, buy this item to earn 25 e-cig points. The Voopoo Drag E60 Pro Kit with Forest Air Edition for 25 quid. I used to know the button to move the thing, tabs. What button is it to move the tabs so I don't have to do this fucking thing at the top? There we go. You've got the Vaping 101 Smock Nova Master Vox thing, and you've got the mini pocket for a tenner.
I think that mini beeper is a right bargain, that.
Yeah, it's for a tenner.
I just, my jaw dropped when I saw that, especially when I saw what it used to be, which was 50 quid. And I remember when these first came out and people were going, what the fucking hell is this thing? And I thought it was funny. And I thought, for
Hey,
10
Forrest.
quid, you can't really...
Yeah, because not only do you get the mod, you get the belt clip as well.
Oh, there you go. You can look like a proper Saved by the Bell hipster.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So there you go. That's your deals of the week. Fuck, that's over. Boom.
Big shout out to my mate Forrest. Hope you're okay, buddy. Yes, that was the deals of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget the Rochford Project giveaway. Oh shit! Don't press enter when you can't. When you haven't done it.
Thanks, Connor.
Get
think
Rochford
something
in,
like that,
ladies and
something.
gentlemen. 23 eligible users, 93 people watching. Get them thumbs up, people. It does help the show. And we will run it in just a little while. And don't forget to get over to the wonderful Rochford Project. Use 3Men Vape, you get 15% off all the way up to midnight. And don't forget, Benny Vapes is on after us as well. We are into the last 5 minutes. How quick does this show go?
An hour.
It is.
Hang on, in fact. What kind of... Mr. B, I guess your vape didn't come with any second-hand vape, but that was a year and a half ago. Move on.
I'll tell you what, somebody did put a good one in there. It doesn't come with a battery, though.
Yeah.
No, but it comes as a complete product. Batteries
I
for a
get
separate
what
product.
you mean. I
Batteries
do
are
get what you
separate
mean.
product.
You'd think they'd at least put their own make of Burra tank in there. But
Exactly.
like I said, a majority of them sort of devices don't come with it, so you can actually put your own Burra tank, because they're spending a lot of money on the Burra tank.
That always used to make me chuckle. You know, when
And
you,
the bridges.
you bought high-end products, you know, you'd buy some middle of the road, you know, you'd buy a Geek Vape, or you would buy, you know, Hell Vape or something like that. And in the kit, you'd get all sorts, you know, O-rings and things like that, spare screws, all that. Most of the time when you get buy the high-end, you get bugger all. You get the device and that's it.
Yeah, they don't give you a lot.
You know what it reminds me of? Those cars, those really annoying cars that they strip everything out to make it lighter. No aircon, no comfy seats, none of this, nothing, and they charge you 20 grand more. That's what that reminds me of. I'm going to strip out
extras.
everything you need, but I'm going to charge extra for it. No, just put everything I need in the same fucking package.
Yeah,
Anyway, my rant over.
Again, I don't know if you've noticed as well, a lot of the mods nowadays are not coming with anything, really. I know they went through a stage where there wasn't even putting the USB charging cables
Yeah.
in.
Geek Vape
remember,
were
was
terrible for that.
Was it iJoy that used to put the batteries with the vape?
Yeah,
with the
you
mod?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant
Joytech
company.
and
Joytech,
iJoy.
that's it.
When I
Yeah.
was reviewing for Joytech, when they were like pumping loads of stuff out,
Yeah.
they used to actually come with the batteries, and they'd have like a little cover. In fact, I've got some of the batteries somewhere still.
Yeah.
One
come with
iJoy, one of the first ones to have the 21700s.
Yeah. They
By all accounts, if you had the 5-prong, if you
Joytech.
looked at the 5-prong ones, they were really, really good ones.
They had
Look at that.
as well
What
as
was,
they,
that?
made
What-
all those.
what was the mod that they brought out? It was a dual 21700.
Well,
Was
they
it the
did-
Juggernaut or something like that?
They did a few.
Captain.
No, it was before the Captain.
Okay.
They did I tell you as well, the Joytech, they were the ones who did the AA battery mod.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
could
little AA one that I reviewed. You can see
Yeah.
that. Right then, let's roll your giveaway, people. Good luck to everybody. And the winner is Mush. Mush. Do you want it? As the Vic Mullins would say. Do you want it? Do you want it? Let me know if you want it.
See, Nicky Maydon knows what I'm talking about. The Vandy Vape Pulse V2 comes as a full kit. When you buy it, you can use it to vape within minutes.
Yes, Mush wants it. What you need to do, Mush, is that email address down at the bottom. Get in touch with Jay. Nobody else do it because he does watch the show and he does watch who wins. Contact Jay and he will sort it all out for you. Well, that comes to the end of the show, people. Make sure you get over to Benny Vapes, and while you're leaving, make sure you leave the thumbs up. Mr. B, say your goodbyes.
Bye-bye. No, thank you very much for watching. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for my singing name that's going to come in the comments for next week. Sexual Truffles or some shit like that, I'll guarantee
Sexual
you.
Truffles. He's been searching.
Coconut Truffle. So we're going to have a good time next week. Make sure you're here for that. And I shall see you next week.
Over to my wonderful brother.
Guys, thanks ever so much. It's been a fantastic quick show. God, it has gone really, really quick. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section and I will read it out next week for you. Guys in chat, you've been absolutely awesome. If you'd like to see a little bit more of me, don't forget to pop over to my channel where I do little bits of reviewing. Over to my little brother.
Mush, yes, you get to pick 2 flavours from the entire website. If you just contact him, he'll tell you to have a little look on the website and you'll get 2 of the wonderful Rochford projects and he will get it sent out to you. Big love for everybody who's joined us week in, week out. This show is nothing without all of you. Thank you very much to all the spanners who look after us. Don't forget, I'm not quite sure if there's a UK Vape show on tomorrow because Adam's been really, really poorly. He had tonsillitis. The entire family went down with it. And Vic's not been very well either. So I'm not quite sure if there's a show. If there is, we will let you know and make sure you come and join us. Big love to you all. Make sure you join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Big shout out to Forrest and I'll see you a little bit in Daisy. Good nighter.
Hashtag baby poo.
Hagtash, yeah, baby poo. Hagtash baby poo. Hagtash piss flaps.
We've got Bill Richardson, I think Mr. Stay Puffed should be his singing name. But no, because I'm slowly deflating.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that's what he knits.
You can after a cool.
Yeah. Big love and we'll catch you next week. Good night.